Michael be like, I want me a freaky goth girl. And then one shows up and he's like, what's that? And that just goes to show you that, oh, it's too late. I already did the interruption. And that just goes to show you that people don't actually, people think they want goth GFs until one shows up and then they're like,
yeah, until one shows up and they want you to get like an inverted, an inverted spiked cock ring.
Yeah, I was gonna say a spike through your penis, basically. So, and then they're like, "Oh, so what kind of music do you listen to?" "Oh, I like to listen to metal, like Judas Priest." And then they go, "Oh, I like to listen to," and then it's like the summoning Cthulhu's chants, and you're just like, "Oh, you not unironically worship the devil." I'm out.
Bye.
Oops. I forgot. So, now what?
Yeah, that's just it. Just everyone wants a girlfriend that looks like Raven from Teen Titans until they realize that in real life they're not the same.
Well, yeah, pretty much. So,
fuck.
Yeah, Raven.
Walter just put his cum rag over his fucking camera.
Oh my god, Walter! What part of the cum rag?
What part? Even the green square goes away. What the fuck?
It's gone.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, fuck customers part 3, dude. I'm working a call center now for Bank of America, and I'm basically talking the whole fucking day, and I'm like, it is tough. It is tough because I'll be going, thanks for calling Bank of America, blah blah blah, and then they're done, and I'm like, time to take a breather, and then I just hear, and another call comes in instantly. And I'm like, thank you for calling Bank of America, blah, blah, blah. So I've been doing that, right? And so this lady calls, and she's like, oh, I'm trying to find out why I got charged this much. I'm trying to see where this $80 charge went, right? And so she's like, I went to this place and they charged me $80 and I bought something there. And I'm like, okay, perfect. I'm trying to look for it. And I cannot find it anywhere on her account. And she only has one account. So it's not like, oh, multiple accounts, nothing. She has one account. I'm looking for it. And I'm like, I don't find the $80 charge anywhere here. And she's like, that's not possible. I bought something there. I know what it was. And I'm like, I do see a different charge for like $50 from that store. You do recognize that one? She was like, yeah, that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the $80 one. And I'm like, I understand that, ma'am. I just want to make sure you've done business with them before. Okay, so I'm looking here and I'm sorting by everything. I'm like, I look up the name of the shop. I'm looking up the name of the store. I'm looking up like the transaction amount, $80. Nothing. I can't find anything. It was like 87 something. And there was no amount like that within the last year. And she was like, I just went and bought stuff like that, so you can't tell me that. And I'm like, ma'am, it's the system that's telling me that. So I'm double checking, and then she's like, yeah, I went to go buy it. And I'm even like asking my manager, because I'm like, I've never seen this before, where there's just no charge, but she's claiming there was a charge, and she has a receipt from the charge. And the manager goes, oh, it was probably just a hold on the account, but if it drops off, then there's no, she wasn't charged it, basically. But what was happening was she was getting a refund from that same place, and the refund was over $100, right? So what I'm assuming happened was that $80 charge, when they entered in the refund, the $80 charge just dropped off, and then they're going to get refunded like the difference was like, it was like $40, right? Mm-hmm. And so in my head, I'm like, that makes perfect sense, right? They take off the $80 charge, they refund the $40 one, because the system, when it sees it as a hold, it's not a permanent charge, it's a temporary charge. And I'm telling her that, I'm like, sí, fue un cobro, like it was a temporary charge, ma'am, don't worry about it, but since they were refunding you, it's going to drop off. And she goes, no, that's not what I'm talking about. And I'm like, but I'm like, obviously I can't yell or anything because I'm on the mic. It's a hot mic. I can't say anything.
You have to suppress your emotions to the point you don't know who you are anymore. Just
I'm like, it's good that it's phone though, because she can't see me, and I'm like, so you see, the thing is that it's a temporary charge, and I'm like explaining it to her and stuff, and I'm like trying so hard. I'm like, it's a temporary charge. So when they issued you the refund, the charge dropped off, which is why it doesn't appear. And she's like, no, 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 no. I have the merchandise here. Okay, they gave me a receipt. Okay, they're not gonna just give me stuff for free. Okay, I'm not gonna go and accept a gift. And I'm like, ma'am, what I'm trying to tell you,
Then give it to me.
that
Shit.
it's a temporary charge. Okay, it was a temporary charge. When they issue a refund, the charge falls off. And like I can hear her husband in the background trying to like argue and stuff with her too, but and once again she goes no 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 no, and like the third time she does it, I click mute on the mic, and so you see this little light right here, right? When it's flashing, it's you know it's muted. So I click mute and I'm looking and I'm making sure, and I'm like, ma'am, can you hear me? Ma'am, can you hear me? And she's still going like, no, blah, 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 blah. She's still trying to like going off and explaining, so she obviously can't hear me. And I go, yes, you dumb fucking bitch. Yes. That's how it fucking works. I know what I'm talking about. And then I go unmute, and I'm like, yeah, no, ma'am, I understand what you're saying, but it's just that's how the procedure is. And I'm just like, and so every single time she tried to be like, no, just click. I went mute, and I made sure it was muted. And basically, this is what was happening at the desk. I went, so yeah, no, definitely. Like that's what she heard basically. Just fucking silence and me flipping out, and she can't hear it, and then just like, don't worry, ma'am. We'll look into it. And I don't know. She was finally like, okay, bueno, si no me va a ayudar, entonces deja ver esto and something else. And I was like, okay, está bien. No se preocupe, señora. Fuck, man.
Just fucking choke her out, dude.
Honestly, like it's ingrained into my fucking head when she was just going, no, like interrupting me as I'm giving her the explanation. Like, I'm like, lady, I work at the bank now. I understand what I'm doing. My manager, I'm assuming, understands what he's doing. If he tells me this, I'm going to tell it to you. 1 + 1 is 2, lady. And she's like, 3. It's 3. I fucking know it's 3. And I'm like, what do you want me to do, lady? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You can't help someone who's beyond help and that's stupid and being like, they can't gift it to me. It's like, that's not how, the system isn't saying, congratulations, ma'am, you got a gift. It's saying, the charge is gone because they're issuing you a refund in the middle of it. It's
right. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
Because it makes sense.
Are you still working from home?
Yeah.
Are you still working from home? Yeah.
Literally everything. Wait, I showed you guys last time. Yeah, I have like a 3-screen setup and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, like just you fucking saying that no, like that hurt my head so much.
Dude.
Like, I can just imagine being in the moment, heated as fuck, just listening to that shit. That shit would drive me insane. See, this is why I cannot be an employee. I would not be able to mute the mic. I do not have the self-control to mute the mic. Like,
that's why I'm just like, let's just in my head, I'm like, I want this pandemic to be over just so I can kickstart my fucking comedy career so I don't have to work for anyone anymore.
Yeah, like fuck, honestly, dude. I cannot be an employee. Like, I've been wanting to work at a movie theater just for the fun of it, because like a lot of my friends work there, and they're starting to, like, essentially all of my friends are starting to get hired at that one movie theater. So basically, like, we're slowly driving everyone out, and they're all slowly getting promoted. So it's basically just like high school all over again. Nepotism. So it's just fucking great. It's just fucking great. So I've been thinking, like, man, I should really start going to work there. But I swear, dude, I would fuck up once. That's it for me. Because like when I go work, I don't have to talk to anyone. Like when I go sell my lamps, I don't have to talk to anyone. So I don't have to deal with any bullshit clients like that. Like, I don't have to deal with any fucking bullshit. I just, like, go into the van, I make my lamps. Like, exactly. I don't have to advertise. Just, they show up, they take what you want. There's a fucking, like, it's like that one Sebastian Maniscalco joke.
$20. Give it.
Exactly. That's it. No haggles, no nothing. Just take your shit.
Honestly.
You looking for an employee?
And then Walter be like, I'm Hannibal Buress. I'm a hustler till the day I die.
Have you seen his new special? Like, it came out on YouTube.
Miami Nights. I have not seen it.
I have not seen it.
It was funny. I saw the first 5 minutes, but it was like the first time he ever did stand up, and he was like killing. When he was like, "Hey, yo, you black as fuck," and he's like, "Yeah, man, I know that. I've been being told that for 19 years of my life. And it's like, I wouldn't know that already. I heard all the jokes everyone says, and then he like goes through it, but it was hilarious.
Oh, I saw this
Yeah, it's really
comedy
good.
special recently. Who is it? It's called I don't even know if I can
Jim
say
Jeffries?
I don't even know if I can say the name. I don't think it's like a new one. I think it was out last year, but
George Lopez had one out also, I think, a week or two ago.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
Jim Jeffries.
I saw that.
Jim Jeffries just had his
Jim
this
Jeffries,
Tuesday.
yeah. Eric Andre.
It's literally the first one that pops
a
out.
bunch of people.
What was the special?
The special is W. Camu Bell from
Who's
2018. That's the
That's the
dude.
name of the person?
That's the name of the person. It's I think the special's called I don't know if I could say this. I don't know if I could say his name.
Say it.
Private
Say it.
School Negro.
Is it oof.
Private
Well-
School Negro. That's the name. Oh, W.
That's just a name,
Kamau
yeah.
Bell.
Oh, I think I've heard him before.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, he's
Yeah.
fucking great. Like I saw, like he did an interview on some Vox thing, some Vox documentary explained on saying like bitch or saying the N word or something like that. It was some sort of documentary on that kind of thing, and like oh, what do you guys think about like for comedians free speech and that sort of shit? And that's how I found out about him. I looked him up. He's an actual comedian. I found this shit. This shit was great. I was dying the whole time.
Yeah, he's got 349,000 followers on Twitter, so he's not like unknown or anything. Like
Yeah.
that, so
Yeah, I've seen this guy before. Yeah, he looks good. He looks funny.
I haven't even looked up any of his other
What
stuff.
else?
I just saw that one Netflix special and I was like,
oh, he was in Sorry to Bother You. Have you guys seen that one?
no.
Yeah, I seen a little bit of it. I saw half of it. I didn't really like it though.
Oh, the other
Like
one that I saw recently is
Crazy.
I'm seeing all these old like comedy specials because I wasn't into comedy specials when they came out. Wokish by Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
And then D. Ray Davis, How to Act Black.
How to
See.
Act Black?
Yeah. It's by the
Oh,
dude that I
DeRay.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, D. Ray, the dude that was on fucking Empire, I think.
No, he wasn't on Empire. Right? Maybe. Fuck. What did he come out in?
Or something? You came out in Snowfall, Starship Troopers, but like the recent one, Empire. Yeah, he was in Empire. He was in 2 episodes of
okay.
Empire,
Oh.
so he wasn't like on Empire.
Oh, he was just like a.
I was like, it's not really on Empire.
Yeah.
Man, isn't it crazy how Terrence Howard fucking left Iron Man over a contract dispute because he was like, they're paying Robert Downey Jr. more. What the heck? He wanted to be paid as much as Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
when he
no.
wasn't even the star.
Dude, Robert.
Like, he had just
Right, that's
stayed-
ridiculous.
Okay, no, wait, okay. See, from this point of view, from like 10 years in the future, we can understand why that doesn't work because like Robert Downey Jr. is the lifeblood of the MCU. But at that point, they had what? Like, they had one successful film and then one film that everybody tries to forget about now, The Incredible Hulk. And he had
Right.
just as much name power at that point in time as Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
So from that
right,
point
'cause
in
Robert
time,
Downey was like,
yeah, he was like a cokehead before. So
yeah, he was doing stuff.
yeah, so like, yeah, like Robert Downey Jr. from this point of view is like, okay, if you want to book Robert Downey Jr., like, you gotta go all out, and like other actors, obviously you can't pay them as much as Robert Downey Jr. But at that point in time, it kind of made sense to dispute it. Obviously, it was kind of bad in the
Right.
long run because
I mean, yeah, but it's like,
But he's not the main person in the film either. So
Yeah,
it's like, come
yeah.
on.
exactly. He's a supporting character.
yeah,
Maybe in the second one, but like, come on.
oh yeah,
Well, not even really. In the second one, they were basically like, I would say equal co-stars because it
equals,
does
yeah,
focus a
they're-
lot more
yeah.
on Rhodey.
yeah.
Hmm. I like the second one. Like it's good compared to like I don't know. I don't like the third one so much.
Yeah, the third one was kind of crap. To be honest, unpopular opinion apparently. Like everyone I talked to that like well, not everyone, but like a lot of people that I've talked to about the third film, they're like, yeah, it was pretty good. I'm like, Mm,
The story's there, I guess, but it's just like execution was like, eh.
yeah.
It's eh.
Well, I mean,
For the
it's
third one?
Yeah.
And the Mandarin kind of messes it up for me.
Yeah,
guess.
I didn't.
They
I was gonna
kind
say,
of
the Mandarin
fixed
was a
that.
disappointment.
They added how do you call it?
The deleted scene, yeah.
No, not a deleted scene. They added a short film to the to like
Right.
post of that. They added a short film where essentially what's his face? The good dude who plays the Mandalorian in the third film. He gets
All Hail the
murdered.
King?
Yeah, all hail the king. He gets assassinated by like one of the minions of the actual Mandalorian. I mean, not Mandalorian, Mandarin.
What?
Yeah. Because like
How
he
am I
was
just hearing about this?
he was taking his name
Oh, yeah,
and
look it up. Yeah.
and the Mandarin didn't like that, so he got assassinated in jail. You know, he was on suicide watch.
Right.
The cameras got turned off in his cell.
Okay.
But is that canon though?
Okay,
Is that
Epstein.
canon though?
It's canon. It's canon.
Oh, it's canon.
He got the Jeffrey
Not
Epstein
competent
treatment,
Dragon and Dra-
dude. Like the story of Jeffrey Epstein, like the whole like suicide thing, is actually like a really big concern that should be. But now it's just it's
hell
like
yeah.
a zeitgeist thing now. Like it's just a meme culture now, and like no one takes it
Right.
seriously. Like I could
It's
make
serious.
it's serious. It's super serious. But I can make this joke now about like that like a Marvel character got Jeffrey Epstein and everyone laughs, or like people laugh about it, and it's like. I don't like. Should we be laughing about this sort of thing? Like that's an actual
You
serious
should be
thing.
rioting.
Yeah, we should be rioting that someone who was like the ringleader of a giant underage sex trafficking ring was murdered in like a prison cell where he was on guard. Like this thing was able to happen, and like
Mhm. Yeah.
the fake Mandarin got Jeffrey Epstein.
What? Sam Rockwell was in it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy, right?
I have like I legally definitely 100% legally purchased all of the Marvel short films that coincide and are canon to the Marvel thing.
They don't kill him though. At the end, he says, "There's someone who wants to meet you. You took his name, and he wants it back." But they didn't kill him.
I have it
Like,
here. I
you could
thought they did
imply
kill
that
him.
They did.
Yeah, I think
They
they
did.
implied that they killed him.
No. At the
Yeah.
very end, he holds a gun to his head, and he's like, "Why are people always aiming guns at my head?" He's like, "I'm not here to kill you." He's like, "There's someone who wants to meet you." He's like, "Do I know him?" He's like, "No, but you took his name, and he wants it back."
Mm.
And that's how it ends.
There you
He
go.
doesn't shoot him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I misremember it.
Do you think they would bring in the Mandarin after all this time?
No. Or like the only
People probably already forgot about
'cause-
it.
Maybe for another.
I have two
I
lines
think
of
it was
thoughts.
gonna-
I have two lines of thought. I have one line. They're not going to bring him in because the Mandarin is a very racially insensitive, how do you call it, name for a character, especially one that's supposed to be Asian. It's like I think Disney will be like, no, this is way too like non-PC kind of stuff, and so they're just not going to use them, or they're going to use the Mandarin to bring Tony back to life.
No, I don't. They would never bring him back to life.
Nah, they're not gonna
Dude,
bring
Tony would
Robert Downey back at least.
Tony would
Wait.
Tony would, how do you call it? Like it
The real-
means
Wait, okay.
lots of
Sorry,
money
sorry.
for Disney. Like there's always that monetary incentive for Disney to bring him back to life. Just like how they bring
cheapens his death.
Yes, but that you really think Disney, a giant mega corporation whose purpose is to make money, would care so much about the death of one of its characters that a sufficient monetary incentive wouldn't cause them to bring him back to life?
Well, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. himself said he was done with the character, and that he was like that they had to beg him to come back so he could redo the snap with the "I am Iron Man" line.
Right,
He was like, "I'm done with the
right. It's
character."
just one line now.
Exactly. Imagine they had a tough time getting back for one line. Obviously, they're gonna have a tough time getting back for. I mean, obviously, you can have always cameos or like stuff from with archive footage, but I don't
Mhm.
think he would ever come
Mhm.
back and be like, "I'm back to be." Even if he was just like,
Right.
not even a real Avenger, or like he was just in the back going like, "Spider-Man, you gotta do that." No. I don't think he's ever gonna come back.
Right.
Mm.
They can't Nick Fury in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think the Mandarin's gonna come back in Shang-Chi. I think they said
The
something
real
about
Mandarin is set to appear in the upcoming film Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. where he will be portrayed by Tony Lang Chiu Wai. So basically, they already have
Oh,
it set up. Yeah. So
That's gonna be
already-
good. Hell yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
I hope during this time all the pre-production gets like done, so that when it quarantine stops and all this, they could just shoot out like a bunch of films. You know what I mean?
yeah. Just wasn't there some rumor
Just
going
shit 'em
around that
out.
they were gonna release some directly to Disney Plus?
No, I don't
Uh,
think they would ever do that.
I mean, they did that
not.
with
They
Artemis
did it-
Fowl. They were supposed to release that in theaters,
did it-
and then they ended up releasing it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But-
They did it with Onward, a Pixar film.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do it with the movie Soul, another Pixar film. I don't know if they're gonna do it with Black Widow though. Maybe
I
though.
was gonna say I don't think they would do that just because Marvel movies are so much broader than just okay, a Pixar film. You can say okay, it's mainly for kids. Yeah, adults and stuff can enjoy it,
Right.
but not anyone that's like I love. It's like oh, I liked Finding Nemo when I was a kid. I'm gonna watch every single Pixar
Right.
movie. Yeah, those people exist, but it's much easier to be like, hey, you guys remember that hot chick from the Avengers? She's got her own movie, and then everyone's like, oh, I know the Avengers. I'm gonna buy a bunch of tickets for it. So
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to sell to a ton of different theaters and for those theaters to then sell tickets than it would be.
Right.
You can say with Onward, it already had a limit, it already had a theater release, but then they're like, well, fuck it, it's
Right.
quarantine, so we have to now.
Yeah,
It's
but
not like they can take
Yeah,
it
you
back
have to.
and re-release it later and be like, here it is, but everyone's like, I thought it already came out, and no one will really pick it up like that. But a
Right.
Marvel movie, it's like,
I guess, but theaters already don't make that much money.
Yeah.
Like they're
I
already
think they'll
going
make more
downhill.
money putting on Disney Plus.
Yeah, because it
I think they'll
incentivizes
make more money
people.
putting on Disney
It
right, to
incentivizes
join the
people.
subscription.
Yeah, and they'll
Right.
make way more money. Like Disney Plus is essentially cutting out the middleman of theaters.
but I mean,
They're
How
getting
much is
more
your-
money directly.
well, think of it also this way, dude. You can just you can get a free trial, right? For how long? Fucking
7 days, I think.
Yeah, exactly. You can get a 1 week free trial. It's not gonna take you 1 week to watch one movie. You
Yeah,
get me?
but people
Yeah,
aren't
but
up to
people-
date on
you
that.
get a free trial to a theater.
Yeah. People don't unsubscribe to things.
Yeah,
they have to go
they
through a whole
forget.
process.
They'll always get at
They
least
forget.
one. Like you have to remember, people like me, you, and Walter are the minority in which, like, if we want a free trial to something, we'll immediately cancel
torrent
once we
shit,
do that.
yeah.
Yeah, we're like in the super minority of people who do that. Like,
You're right.
we either torrent stuff or we
Most
get a
people
free
are
subscription.
lazy. Yeah.
hmm Not
Most
only
people are
that,
lazy or just want to do it.
yeah, not only that, but that is just one thing on top of like, oh, like because there's always gonna be a lot of people that are like, oh, I want all this stuff, but and then like they add the one more thing onto it, and they're like, oh, okay, now we'll get it because there's this and there's all of this other stuff that I'll want to watch eventually.
Hmm.
I guess. I don't know.
I wait for shows to finish to watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say, I never got Disney Plus personally, just because I'm like, none of the Marvel shows are there. The one thing I
Right.
watch is like The Mandalorian, but that's only because it's exclusive. There. Obviously, yeah, I still did give money to Disney when the Marvel movies come out and stuff because I watch them in theaters. But
Mhm.
I'm like, well, if I really, really, really want to, I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $10 a month just to watch like one show. Because I mean, I know you guys
Right.
watch like the Clone Wars or like National Geographic.
Oh, yeah.
Huge catalog. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not shelling out $10 for just the Mandalorian.
yeah, for you because you
if I
don't.
really want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing. Like if I didn't want to watch all this other stuff, or actually in my case, if my mom didn't want to watch all the Disney, the Pixar stuff because she really loves those movies and she got Disney Plus, then I would just be, and I didn't, if she didn't want that and was just kind of here, I would just be like you, torrenting all the stuff I actually want to watch. Well, not torrenting actually. Remember, we don't torrent. We we
steal.
purchase them. We purchase them 100% legally.
Yes. Remember, people, never torrent.
Yes.
Because when you torrent, you can get stuff absolutely for free with no legal repercussions whatsoever if you use a VPN. We're not supported by NordVPN, so we don't have any codes. But
Yeah.
that's what we're saying, guys.
Oh,
Do not
okay.
torrent. Remember,
Never torrent.
multi-billion-dollar
I'm not going.
companies that are making billions of dollars off of child and
I don't
slave
want-
labor. If you
Mhm.
take money from them, think
you.
of the slave labor.
Yeah, think
Come on.
of all the children you're affecting. Don't
No. Won't you think of the shareholders, please?
exactly
shareholders.
the shareholders. The
Dollars.
shareholders.
Think of the shareholders, please. So like we said, do not torrent to get stuff for absolutely free with no legal repercussions.
Exactly.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't
Don't
do
ever
that
do
one.
it. Don't ever do it. Don't just don't do it. Think of all the underpaid employees that they'll have to send to the
Get
farm
pennies, too.
upstate.
Honestly,
So I think what is it? Falcon and the Winter Soldier is still shooting, right? In Europe.
were they? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they still are during quarantine.
Maybe because
think that should still be-
Europe has it under control.
soon.
Like Europe actually has.
I thought. Let me double check.
Oh
6 days ago, the Falcon and Winter Soldier has 9 days of filming left.
yeah.
So they
Oh,
basically
wow.
have
Yeah,
like a
see?
week or so because it's almost
Yeah.
finished.
So
Yeah,
they
June
never
12th.
stopped. They didn't really stop. They kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
Well,
good.
I'm assuming because
Should
they
be
had it
coming out.
planned for a while. You know, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, they had it for like 2-3 years, I think. Or not 2-3 years, like 2 years since the release of Endgame. They've been filming.
have they?
Mm,
I don't know actually. I thought production only started this year, but I mean, obviously, they do whatever they want.
Yeah. They're
well, I
like
think
a
it
huge
started
company that
here,
can make
but then
sure.
they took it over there.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
was it? Oh, okay. So for the 3 people watching or listening to this, there's this like
I love
nice
you.
there's this yes, we definitely do love you. How do you call it? There's this
Alright,
app
so
called Revolut where you could create disposable credit cards and you don't really have to load them up. So when you want to apply to those things like, oh, insert your credit card before you get your free trial, just use that disposable credit card and then after you sign up, immediately delete it so that you don't get any reoccurring charges and you don't have to remember to cancel.
There's the same.
I would do
if you
that.
go to Privacy.com does the same thing. Privacy cards, and it's pretty much the same thing. You make a fake card, you put like $1 on it, they charge you for $1,
Mm-hmm.
and that way Brazzers doesn't charge you $34.95 when you forget to cancel the next day.
Yeah,
I'm not speaking from experience, obviously.
obviously.
And if that ever happens, just call your credit card company and issue a chargeback, or contact the billing department directly and tell them, if you don't give me a refund and cancel my subscription, I will issue a chargeback. That's the fastest way to do it. But I would not know from personal
Oh yeah,
experience.
Yeah, but that's
Apple does that.
Yeah, but that's you have to talk
But
to
your uncle does
people.
that.
You have to talk to people.
Apple
That's
does
so
that.
much.
You can fill out a form, I think, on when you use Apple Pay, and then they'll just refund you your money and just deal with it.
Yeah.
You should tell that to all the fucking customers who keep calling me and going, I didn't authorize this $9.99 charge, and can you guys do a chargeback right now? And I'm like, it's processing. If you contact Apple, they can do it the fastest way. And they're like, no, you guys have to do it. You're my bank. And I'm like, also, camera's all fucked up. What happened?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm on.
Also,
Just- I
Andres,
don't
I've
know,
been
like-
meaning to tell you, your camera is like kind of out of focus. Like you're all pixelated.
Dude, I
How do you
saw
focus
that
the camera? I don't know.
too, but I'm like, I think I'm just gonna start doing the recording, and then I'm just gonna send you the video, because on my side, all 3 of us are like clear. Like Walter is a little laggy sometimes, but all 3 of us are clear on my side. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it
know
either
from
because
Fortnite.
me and Walter are like usually like Walter's a little laggy occasionally, but for the most part, me and Walter are always clear, except for that one time yesterday. And you're the one that sometimes gets all.
Yeah, that honestly, I don't understand that. I think I might just start doing the recording, because I know how you do it. It's just OBS, and then you select, and then
Yeah.
you just
Bless
select
you.
your.
Hey, wait, you started the recording, right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you started the recording, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh shit! How long have you been going?
I don't remember doing that.
I'm out of
Oh, you-
coffee. I want some more coffee now. I need my work juice. I need my work juice.
Work Jews.
Work juice. Oh, okay. So it's time for my story. Fuck cops. Part 3.
Wait. Sorry. Let me finish that thought. I was gonna say, sorry, really quickly. So I think I'm gonna start doing the recordings next week, just because like I feel like all 3 of us look perfectly fine on my end. Just Walter occasionally like, but because I saw that on the
Ridiculous.
recording and I was like, why? Yeah, why do I look blurry when I don't look blurry and you don't look blurry on my side? So I'm like, don't know if it's the internet or something. But
Yeah, maybe. Well, then don't forget you'd have to send it to me or to Walter, and then we'd have to upload it, and that's gonna increase the time that it takes to get these out.
My upload speed is fine for like I'll just put on Drive basically.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
upload to Drive. Yeah. Upload to Drive. and then
Uploading to
you-
Drive takes like 3 hours, dude. Because the videos are such a huge.
What if I just upload it to YouTube and you can edit it with the YouTube Studio, right?
No,
You can't. Why?
I don't think you
It says-
can. It's YouTube Studio is just a place to manage your videos. I think.
Oh, it's
You're
literally.
getting mad.
I'm getting mad. Yeah, YouTube Studio. Boom! Look at that. YouTube Studio. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. This when you go to videos. Yeah, you can edit them.
You can edit them. Oh,
If I click details, it even lets you edit. So if I put, you can put cards. You can put an end screen.
yeah, that I know you can. I know you can do that. You can do mild edits on them. I don't know if you can edit the sound and like all that
Edit
other
and
stuff.
play elements on a timeline.
Ooh, that's nice, actually. I did not know that. That's new information for me.
So now we know. Okay, so I'll upload it then next week. Starting next week, I'll upload it directly to YouTube, and then you can edit it from there. And if it doesn't work, then you'll tell me like as soon as possible, and then I'll upload it to Drive, etc., etc. Or actually, wait. Today, upload this recording right now, directly to YouTube, and see if you can edit it, just so that way we can see right away.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
All right.
I'll do that. Oh, okay. So time for Fuck Cops Part 3.
All right.
So you guys know how like because my dad doesn't take coronavirus that seriously. Like we're still selling everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And then like I'm obviously making sure that we all take proper precautions, social distancing, masks.
Mask, wash your hands.
And we also got like a bottle of like hand sanitizer like this big. Like I can't fit it onto the screen, but it's like huge. And we just use that. How do you call it? But so because we're doing that, like we forgot like we ran out of lamps because like apparently like because of the lockdown, everyone's just crazy buying stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So how do you call it? So we ran out of like sports teams, right? We ran out of the cowboy lamps, like the Cowboys. So I had to drive
I'm
back.
not buying anything stupid.
I'm not buying anything stupid.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, me too.
Other people.
Dude, I ended up spending $250 on it when I could have gotten it for $200.
Oh my god! You both got.
Yeah.
How did you spend $250 on it?
Okay, so my friend was like, "Oh, there's this deal cuz like for the most part online they're selling them for like $300, but obviously I can get it for $200 because I'm into like, you know, how do you say it in English? Yo soy muy codo.
Stingy.
Stingy. I'm like really stingy, so I obviously know where to try to get it the cheapest. And then my friend was like, "Dude, there's this really good deal because they're not as stingy as me." And so over here, so I drove to Torrance and I bought it, and it was a good deal. It was like hands down, it was a good deal. But because it's from a store, taxes and all that, it came out to like $280, and I could have gotten it for a flat $2.
That's,
damn.
Why don't you go return it then?
I got caught up in the thing. I got caught up in the whole excitement of like, oh, buying it. Like I fell for that trap, and like I just paid for it, and like
Affluenza.
yeah, and it was too late. It was too late, basically. It's fine. It's a good deal. It's fine. It's cheaper than it would have been online for the most part. Like it's still under like the average. So, I didn't pay full price for it. It's fine. And then I got a game too because I had a Target gift card. I got Breath of the Wild for like
What game?
$20. I got Breath of the Wild for like $20 because like I had a gift card.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, so it's fine. It all worked
Where's
out.
your Switch, Andres? Where's your
Huh?
Switch? Where's
I
your
don't
Switch?
I honestly like getting a Switch for one game, which would be like maybe Smash Bros. Maybe.
What about
Animal
Breath of the
Crossing?
Wild? Breath of the Wild is good.
I've never played any Zelda or Link game. Nothing.
Yeah, but
That's
you,
true.
you should
No
you should try.
Pokemon.
Also, they remastered all the Mega Man stuff for the Switch. So they have like
Wait, do they have Mega Man and base on this? No, they don't.
yeah, I think so because they remastered every single Mega Man game, or at least that I saw. They have it like in bundles. So they have all the X series. They have all the X series in 2 games for $40 for like all the like the 10 X series. They have the legacy games. They have the
Mega Man and Bass is available on the Wii U.
Really?
Oh,
If you want to get Mega Man and Bass on the Wii U, go ahead. But
Why?
the Wii U.
Funny.
Well, whatever. But they have most.
I can just emulate them for free on my computer.
Yeah.
Sure.
But like the Switch for me, it actually makes sense because I don't like. Okay, you know how I bought The Last of Us 2, right?
Bootleg controller. Also, Edward, this is your controller.
Yeah, I
I
know.
borrowed it so long ago
Yeah, I know.
for 2-player game.
How do you call it? Because like you know how I bought The Last of Us 2, right? I haven't had time to play it.
Oh, okay.
Like I have.
That was supposed to be.
Yeah, but I haven't had time to turn on my PS4 and play it. Like I'm at my computer a lot, but when I'm at my computer, I'm working. So I don't have time to just switch over to the PS4 really quick and play it. When I do have time to play is when like I'm driving out to work, but I'm not the one driving, my dad is, because we tend to drive for long distances. So he takes half the trip, I take the other half. That's when I have time to play. When do I have time to play? When I'm taking a shit, when I'm eating, when I'm like all these other places. So the Switch makes sense for me because that's the only time I get to play when
You're
I'm
like-
not at my computer.
You're like, oh my god, that burrito is going through me. Wait, where's my Switch? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna make it to the bathroom. Ah!
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
exactly
didn't
it.
Make it with the Switch wipes. Specific wipes already for the Switch because so many times you shit on them.
Yeah. Oh, anyways, I got distracted. So like I drove back home and I was driving there and I was by, I think it's Alameda and Slauson. And this cop turns on his lights behind me. And I'm like, okay, I just got to go to the edge because I thought they got me, like for some reason. But no, they didn't. And he just kind of like turns on his lights. He goes over here and then he starts pushing me onto the train tracks. Like he starts
Wait.
like the cop starts moving his car and starts trying to ram me into the train tracks.
Wait. So he hit you?
I had to like
He almost
brake.
hit you.
I had to like slam on the brakes. And even then, because he didn't notice that I slammed on the brakes and he kept going, he missed me by like this much.
My God.
He
Like a
missed me
hair.
by this much,
Yeah.
by a hair. But he was like, for the longest time down the road, he was like forcing me onto the train tracks for like a good, like, I don't know,
That's ridiculous.
like 200
That's
feet,
bullshit.
like 200, 300 feet.
off.
Like it was
The fuck?
awful. Like I got so scared. Like, and like I did this maneuver. I braked and I went like this to try to avoid him because he was already on my lane. So I went like this and braked so that I wouldn't go onto the train tracks. My tires still hit the side of the road. Like my tires still, like I had to do it so fast in order to avoid the cop hitting me.
Oh, you hit the curb?
Yeah, I hit the curb because like I just
Fuck.
and like when he noticed he didn't get me, and I saw his bitch ass. I saw him from the window in the back, the rear view, like the rear window. He turned his head back to see if like he hit me or not. Like he went like that.
He knew basically.
He knew what he was doing, and like I saw him like, and he kept his lights on, and he made a U-turn to get away. Like, bruh, fuck cops. Honestly, fuck cops. I hate cops so much. And like,
What do you think his deal was?
I don't know, but like this same thing happened to my dad like over a decade ago, like before I was born, like right before I was born. Like, but for his situation, it was two cops. It was two cops, and they tried to like wedge him in like that, and they kept like trying to hit him, run him off the road. Like, yo, fuck cops, just fuck.
Cops just be running everybody off the road. Jesus.
Yeah, like, how are you gonna do that? Like, how are you gonna do a multi-generational thing like that? Like,
Honestly, dude. And it's like what are you gonna do about it? You can't fucking ram into them either, and you can't,
yeah,
because then they'll be like, oh, well, you see, they hit me first, so that's how it works, right? You know?
yeah. And even if you try to sue them or something, at least here in California, they still have qualified immunity, so the case is just gonna get thrown out.
Was it a white cop?
Fuck qualified immunity, dude.
Yeah, qualified immunity is just crap.
Oh,
Look, any
Wait, what?
minority cops are just class traitors for the most part.
Oh yeah. Just look at that. Show the picture I posted on the thing.
Oh
I
yeah,
went to a show this weekend, and look at these cops in this backyard. Go to the general chat.
yeah.
wait. They were there?
They were there, and I had my camera, and I was taking photos. and there's
Why?
there's this face when I zoomed in.
Wait, why were
Because
they there?
these because I went to a like I'm gonna tell a story now. I went to a really shitty show, right, on like 4th of July. I took my friends, right, because they wanted to perform. Yeah, but they didn't give a fuck. They're all like stupid kids. They're like the oldest people. The oldest one there was probably me, really. So
You
I win,
get it,
right?
that's the point. Okay.
Yeah, that's not the point.
oh well, I had my mask. The kids, I
Okay.
don't know.
Did you go and
Whatever.
start Frenching them and
Ugh.
Oh yeah, of course. You have to get the hosts. Get the host with the most. That's it. All right, whatever.
The
these
hostess
cops came and they
mostest.
went into this yard. I was like, oh, I was like, can't go into private property, and they still fucking went. I just started taking photos of them, and this guy just did this face. He's like, oh, I got cut.
Yeah, he
I don't
did.
know. I thought it was funny.
He did this face. Like shit.
Green?
That's-
I got caught being a jackass.
Let's see. But yeah, that was part of my 4th of July. It was fun.
Garbage. I want to go sell on 4th of July because people be buying stupid shit when they drunk.
Oh,
So I went like to this town called Merced or Mercked,
Right.
as I like to say it.
yeah.
And like it's this like small hole in the wall town. Like there's no COVID here, so because like it's so small that like no one is really infected, and then no one shows up from out of town because it's just the the cops showed up there too, and like my dad wanted to give them free lamps basically because they're
To the
cops.
cop?
police?
Yeah, to the police. My dad was like, we should just give them like the most discount that we can. That way they kind of protect
You
us.
charge them double. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Charge them double.
He's like, that way they protect us. And I'm just like, did you not hear about the barbecue dude? He fed them for free and he still got shot and got left in the middle of the road. Like giving cops free shit isn't gonna protect you. Like giving them discounts ain't gonna protect you. Like he fed
Right.
them cops and he still got shot. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is like a business thing, though. Like a lot of businesses do that. They give their cops discounts so they could come in more often and keep the place safe, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense. But it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
fucked.
also on the second story I had about cops, the Golden State Killer turned out to be a cop.
What?
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, no lie. The Golden
Yeah.
State Killer, the Night Stalker, the one of the most infamous like serial rapists and killers from California, turned out to be a
What the
cop.
Fuck. A former police officer committed at least 13 murders, more than 50 rapes, and over 100 burglaries in California between 1974 and 1986.
Uh-huh. The Golden State Killer,
They caught
dude.
him recently.
He was
my
a
God.
fucking cop. We could not figure out who he was for the longest time, and the reason why we couldn't find him was because he was a cop. Whenever they put out an APB on the Golden State Killer or he committed a new crime, he would just listen to the police radio and just leave. Like he had inside
Wow.
information. Like, bruh,
He's
That's fucked.
74.
bruh.
Shit.
He's going to prison now, but he's
74.
74. He's 74 and he's like sick or something. So he's not gonna pay for his crimes. He's just gonna die in prison.
Right.
Investigators had identified members of D'Angelo's family through forensic genetic genealogy. On April 24th, 2018, authorities charged him, 72-year-old D'Angelo, with 8 counts first-degree murder based upon DNA evidence. Holy fuck! That's what happens when you start going on 23andMe and they're like, "Oh, found out you're the fucking Golden State Killer." Holy
Yeah.
shit! That's
Dude.
insane.
Dude, fuck police, honestly. The Golden State Killer was a police officer. This is like literally like what's that TV show, Dexter? This is a Dexter moment where like
Oh yeah.
like he gets away with it because he's part of the police. It's like
Sketches of the subject. That's
dude, the Golden State Killer was a fucking cop. Honestly, fuck police.
They couldn't really get his face down because he knew what to cover. He covered like his ears and his chin and stuff.
Yeah.
what do they have? It?
Wow.
All of the sketches look like completely different, except for like 3 of them. But they all look completely different because all they could see was this.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck is this? This is no one. You
Oh.
have to see the chin, the ears, like
Yeah, you have to see. You have to
The
see the
descriptors,
the identifying information. That's why people who think that like the masks is gonna help a lot of people, like no, because you can still see the nose ridge, the bridge of your nose,
Ears.
the ears,
Forehead.
and the forehead. Because that's why the masks don't like just this. You can still tell who someone is just based on this.
Right, from the eyes and the head shape and everything.
The
Yeah.
eyes,
That's
the
crazy,
forehead, the ears, yeah, and it's like, God damn it!
I think it was recently that I think it got turned down that the police wasn't able to use like identifying software for like the rioters
yeah, because
because it was like
it doesn't work. Like the software that identifies faces is actually kind of not like purposefully racist, but it's inadvertently racist
right.
because of the
China's works
of the way
I
it's
think,
programmed.
because China's works because it's not racially profiled. Yeah,
Yeah.
but in here it's
That's an
it's entirely
So, like, do you want the government to be tracking you with your like your ID and your social score and
Oh,
everything?
hell
No,
no.
fuck that. No.
Hell
No, dude. Okay, no. See, China, they coupled public shaming. They adopted public shaming as part of the legal system. Like once you're
Right.
accused or you're like made guilty, you have to go on TV or some shit and publicly admit your wrongs.
That's good. I actually like that. Come on.
No,
Communism is the only answer. Come on.
I don't
Okay, first of all, no.
look.
Second of all,
The way I see it, like communism and socialism, those types of ideologies are like the leash on the dog. Like capitalism is the dog, and capitalism is going to drive us forward. But you need socialism and like communism type of ideals to restrain it so that it doesn't go buck wild. Because we know what happens when
Right.
capitalism goes buck wild. You end up with shit states and places that are even worse than fucking how do you call it? That are worse than the current communist and socialist countries.
Yeah.
That's
You
how
end up with systematic racism and monopolies. Like it's not great.
It's not great. It's fucking disgusting and awful. Like you end up with actual assholes. So you need capitalism type of systems to drive economies forward, but you also need socialist
Right.
and communist type of ideals to restrain them, or else you're just gonna end
Right.
up shit. Like the worst.
Well,
like
I would argue. Well, just saying, I would argue that you don't really need communistic stuff, but socialistic
right.
stuff.
Maybe
because-
socialist. Yeah.
'cause communism is implying that you're going to take everything and divide it between everyone. But socialism implies that you're taking from like the top percentage and dividing it to the people in need. Because obviously, you know, let's say with the $1,200, that's not communism because people that made above a certain amount didn't get it because obviously, you know, they're a lot more well off and stuff like that. So that's socialism because it's 1,200 to those who really need it, and it's up to 1,200. There are people that still got a different amount, depending, like I said, once again, based on their income.
I don't see.
But
I don't
so-
see anyone that got less than 12. Even my dad got 12.
I didn't get 12 at all. To be honest, I didn't get 12
thought
at
you
all.
did. You got Trump bucks.
No, I didn't get my 12. I got unemployment. I didn't get Trump bucks though.
Yeah, some people
I'm-
didn't still haven't gotten their Trump bucks. Some people still haven't.
Damn.
Right.
Oh, okay, and
Yeah.
that's a whole thing. Like, okay, okay. Hasan Minhaj, he did a whole Netflix special for his thing called Patriot Act that dove into why the IRS is so inefficient, and it's basically a giant like essentially conspiracy. It's an official conspiracy by like places like TurboTax and H&R Block to defund the IRS so people rely on their services more. It's like this whole great like
It's
expose.
crazy. Yeah, 'cause they lobby against making it easy to do your taxes, basically, because
Mhm.
doing your taxes is a whole fucking industry. Like, it's crazy because the IRS, they know exactly how much you owe. Because if you fuck up your taxes, they'll be like, you fucked up your taxes. But if you're like, but how do you know that? They're like, fuck it, figure it out. And if you pay them too much, they're like, haha, it doesn't matter. You might see the refund back maybe next year. We'll see.
Yeah.
And that's it. They literally know to the penny how much you owe, how much you need to do. But because of all like the TurboTax, H&R Block, fucking all the accounting software conglomerates, I'm gonna say, they're lobbying so much because of how much money they make off of it.
Mhm.
You can't do your taxes for free. You can file your taxes for free, no matter how much money you make up until like, let's say a couple $100,000, because there's resources out there, but people don't know that. So they're like, oh, fuck, I don't know how to do my taxes. I'm just go to this guy. He's going to charge me $200 out of my $1,000. That's fine. I don't care. Cause I'm not gonna get charged anything else from the government. The government's not stealing my money, but it's like
The TurboTax industry is.
but if you could take like, let's say 30 minutes from one day to do your taxes, it is a lot simpler than people think. It's just that they see so many numbers on one sheet. They're like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, they get
But
confused.
in reality, if you, let's say the IRS offers you free tax software, you click on the IRS website, it says, what's in box 1A? Place it there. What's in box 2B? Place it there. Add boxes 3C and 4D. And then you add them and then you place it there. And it says, okay, calculating. And then you're pretty much good to go. Because there's honestly only like 3 things you need to have. You need to have like your gross income. If you made any deductions, which it can get more complicated if you're trading stocks and stuff like that. But the chances are, if you're trading stocks in the first place, you might have a little more financial information, financial knowledge than the average person, right? But it's
Well,
like,
also you'll end up paying someone to do it for you, like an actual accountant that'll find like that's incentivized to help you find loopholes and like all that stuff.
yeah, because with the accountant also, the more you make, the more they make too, right? Because
Yeah.
they're like, if I take a flat fee, they're just like, I'm gonna just do it, whatever. But if they take a percentage, then they'll be like, I'm gonna get you every single dollar you deserve. Every single dollar I deserve. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But also, like, it gets worse than that because those free services you're talking about, the IRS like got defunded so much because of TurboTax and stuff like that that they have to rely on TurboTax to provide those free services. They'll manage those things. Like TurboTaxes and those kind of companies are the ones supplying the 1200. They're the ones facilitating that distribution. And the reason there were so many fuck ups was because the IRS is so defunded. But here's the thing. TurboTax provides those free services, right? But then they create their own free service that for every single segment of the thing, like, oh, you want to see what your deductibles are or like whatever the fuck else for taxes, you have to pay this. Oh, even though it's technically free, and they'll name them completely different. So if you search like free TurboTax free file or whatever the fuck, it'll take you to their service, which will which will charge you extra, and they'll name the paywalls. They'll hide it behind paywalls. Yeah, and the actual free file stuff is done by someone else. That's why I'm so glad Hasan Minhaj, as part of like his like Patriot Act thing, created a website where you could find all that stuff. I linked it in the chat. Hopefully it's recording it. Yeah. It's called TurboTaxSucksass.com, and it groups all the actual free file stuff from how do you call it? From like H&R Blog, Tax Act, all those other ones, and like it'll take you to the actual things that like actual free file where it's not like hidden behind a paywall. It'll take you to here.
The system is fucked, man.
Yeah.
Bad.
Like
Oh well.
Yep. Don't
I
forget.
don't get how people are afraid of like socialism and stuff when like half of the things that we already get are socialized, like public school, fighters, cops, libraries. Like,
what do they think taxes are? It's like socialism is fucking awful. It's like, okay, then stop driving on public roads. Stop using the DMV. Stop using all these public services. You fucking retard. Like,
well, also,
Right.
it's because of those very same things that they think socialism is bad. Because companies try to like gut those services so much that they try to make them shit, so that people think that anything socialized, so they think anything socialized is bad. Because look at these things that we have that are socialized, they tend to be bad. But they don't look at the numbers behind why they are currently bad, and the numbers of like even as bad as they are, how beneficial they are. They actually are. They just like, oh, it looks kind of shit, so it should be bad. And they don't look into the reasons behind.
Yeah, they look at other countries like Australia and Canada and Norway and stuff, and they have everything like socialized, but they think they're weaker. You know what I mean? Because they're not as, they don't have it like us.
Yeah,
it's weird.
But also, if you tried, instead of measuring by GDP, we should measure by like, GDP like would be one part, because obviously you don't want to be a country that doesn't produce anything, but you should also have like a social score of like how happy people are. Because if people are not happy, if like there's such a huge disparity between the most poverty and the most rich, like it's garbage.
Yeah.
Right.
How-
It's destined to fail.
Yeah.
How long have we been going?
Almost an hour. We got about
That's
10
cool.
minutes left.
10 minutes left.
Cool.
Yeah.
Damn, we started pretty late. Well,
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes left. So yeah.
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 What have you guys been working
It's
on?
just fucking awful, dude.
work.
Work.
I was gonna say, I'm like, we should
Work.
probably end the podcast here because my mouth is starting to hurt. Talking
they're
all
so-
day. dude.
Really?
It's bad.
Fuck. Like mine
I
is
know.
starting to hurt a little bit, but that's
Alright.
because I finally got my my rubber bands.
No, it's like it's weird.
Oh,
It's like
shit.
the back of my, not the back of my throat, the roof of my mouth at the back. It starts like aching, and I'm just like, fuck. I've been talking way too much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
sucks.
Go take a nap or something.
Honestly,
Like I tried to talk as little as often like or ever.
Alright.
Right now I have to
Alright,
start
let me-
working. I have to like because we have other people that sell lamps for us too. And I have to make
Right.
like some of them don't make the lamps themselves. They just come to us and they purchase those lamps. And how do you call it? I have to make all those lamps right now. It's like I have to make like 40 something lamps or some shit right now.
Damn.
Because they're gonna get here in like 2 hours. So I have to like
Oh yeah. That's a hustle right there, Edward. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Hell yeah.
dude, my
Yeah.
room is so messed
I've been-
up and it's mostly just from lamp trash.
Mm.
What you
So I've
been
been
up
working on screenwriting recently.
to? Ooh.
Start reading this. It's called Save the Cat, the last book on screenwriting you ever need. So I've been reading. And no, it's been suggested like it was recommended by like, film people. I started working on this scary movie. I finished it, but I'm gonna go back and patent it in. It's only like 26 pages right now.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I wanna see it too.
Yeah, I'll share it with you. But it's like it's still working.
Oh,
But
dude!
yeah.
Once you finish producing a
Uh,
movie on the podcast, we should do like a review of it. Like we should play it. We should play it and like cap the screen, and then like with our faces, kind of like the normal reaction channel type of stuff.
Right.
Where we're like, oh,
That'd be fun.
Like whenever
Get the-
any of
get
us
the
like
word
make
out
something
there.
like that, like whenever we make content like aside from here, we should do that. It's like Andres wants to do stand up. Like once he does like his first like stand up type of thing, we should put it on here and we should like go
first
over it. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So like when Walter finishes
Yes.
his, so when Walter finishes his movie, we'll do that. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like I suck at everything.
we'll have a little party
Yeah.
movie screening of Walter's movie, and I'm gonna be the MC, and I'm gonna do like crowd work and stuff, and we'll do it like that.
Let's do it.
That'd be
Yo, that'd be so
Alright.
lit.
Plan.
Fuck, let's do it.
Got it. That's broke till Friday.
That's broke till Friday.
All right, see you guys next week.
Yep.
2 p.m. Wait, Tuesday?
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We'll try. We'll try.
Yeah, we'll try.
Okay. Because I know editor was like busy, and then dentists and stuff. But
Yeah, I had plans with my girlfriend on Tuesday, and then
Mhm.
Wednesday I had the dentist stuff, and yeah.
well,
All right, I'm gonna share it with the
try for Tuesday,
podcast.
you're-
So
Yeah.
you guys can read through it.
All right. See you guys next time.
We're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. Now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday. Bye, my friends. We'll see you next week. And now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday.